cause is. So please continue.
Well, and then we kind of touched on insurance, and you need to know what you need for your health care. Okay, don't trust anyone else. Don't assume some agent, some broker, whoever knows what you need. You need to know. Mm-hmm. You need to look into what those costs are going to be and weigh your options. Maybe you're good with Plan C. Maybe you're good with these people who they say, we're going to be your doctor and take care of everything. Maybe that works for you, and wonderful if it does. Maybe you need to look at a gap plan. Mm-hmm. Ask questions. Don't assume because it has this company's logo on it, it's the best.
Yes.
They paid for that logo.
Oh, yeah.
They paid for it. It has not been scoped out by them.
Right.
Ask every question. No question is too silly. Ask everybody all the same questions. And then call Medicare and ask them. And they will give you great information.
Okay.
Because I even found out, how everyone likes to bill you. So there's always an amount that is more than what Medicare allowed. Maybe you have to go to a special doctor. And they will bill you that extra $2,000. According to Medicare, they can only bill you 15% of that $2,000.
Oh.
Nobody tells you that.
What percentage?
15.
Oh, really?
15 on every $100. $15.
But they don't tell you that. You have to.
But is that hospital going to tell you that?
No.
No, they're not.
So you have to tell them.
Yep.
So that means you have to be versed.
Yes.
You have to do your research. You have to ask questions. Thus, for the love of baby boomers, we need this information.
Exactly.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I found that little piece, and I even called Medicare and asked them.
I'm looking at the engineer's face. She has a question. I know she do. I know she do. Michelle.
This show is so informative.
Thank you.
Can you repeat what you said about the 15%? 15% on the Medicaid bill? It's from Medicaid?
Medicare.
Medicare.
Not Medicaid. Medicare. Everyone knows in-network, out-of-network. Well, suppose you have to go to a doctor that's out-of-network just because they're going to meet your needs. So they don't take the full amount that Medicare assigns because all the insurance companies say if you go for this, we'll only pay this. If they're a Medicare doctor, they'll accept it as full payment. Well, going in, they're not going to take that. You're still going to owe something. They will take, if your bill is $5,000, Medicare allotment is $2,000. $3,000's left. So they're right away going to bill you for that. But if they took that $2,000, they can only bill you 15% of that $3,000.
Whoa.
So how do the conversation start or come up? You go to the desk with the bill and say what?
And you tell them, per Medicare rules, you're only to be billing me 15%.
But they know this, right?
They
should. The billing person may or may not be well versed in that. We've actually gotten bills for my son with his he was actually on a regular insurance plan.
Yes.
Because they talked about this in-network, out-of-network. And what the insurance companies try to do is not cover things, and then the hospital will want to pay it, will want you to pay it. They tried to bill him $1 million for a hospital stay.
Wow.
And I said, well, that's surprise billing. They said, no, it's not. It's balance billing. Semantics, same thing. And in the state of Virginia, it's illegal.
What's illegal?
Balance billing. If they began the treatment, if you go into the hospital in an ambulance and you get taken into surgery, your anesthetist may be out of network. Could you ask them?
At that point?
You're unconscious.
While on the bed,
oh, no, don't take me here. Take me an hour away.
You're looking for a priest or pastor. And
right.
Yes.
You have no choice in that. So once they have accepted you as a patient, there's no such thing as, well, we're going to bill you the difference for out-of-network. No. And once I brought that up, because, of course, it wasn't a billing person who mentioned it was the patient advocacy rep. My boss said to let you know, well, your boss is bleepity bleepity bleep, We won't use the words I told her to tell her boss. And I said, and that's fine because I will call my state representative. It is against the law in the state of Virginia to do that. And amazingly, we got an EOB within a week saying everything was paid.
Amazingly, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even have to call the state rep.
So the key right here is patient advocate.
Yes.
That's where you would start.
Yes.
Yeah, because we don't know everything.
We don't even know what to ask.
We don't know what to
we don't
ask.
know.
Right. That's what you just said, Jeanette. Where do you start? Where do you go?
So if they give me a bill, it's like
Crazy.
You go, so yeah.
Right. So even before you retire, you start asking the questions. What if my specialist is out of network? And you ask everybody. You ask the insurance company. You ask the doctor. You ask Medicare.
Yes.
And you see how many answers you get that are going to be.
That's deep.
The insurance company that gives you the same answer Medicare does, that's who I start believing. Because now they're not trying to scam me.
They're following
They know the rules.
basic rules,
and
yeah.
they're following the rules.
Yeah.
Right. They're not trying to mislead people into financial ruin, essentially.
Yeah, $1 million. Come on.
Financial ruin or medical, like your health ruin,
Right.
because you don't go to the doctor.
Exactly.
Wow.
You know, Jeanette, your last show, you talked about advocacy, patient advocacy, in a different way, but you still talked about it. You need somebody to protect you, to look out for you, and you have to be your own patient advocate.
Nobody is coming for you.
Exactly. You have
They
to
might.
be you.
They might not. I mean, just like you, even making a decision as to whether or not you're going to move over here, over there.
Right.
You almost have to. The proximity of people have to be near in order to get to you.
Right.
If they have to wait until they get off of work,
So you're telling me, Jeanette, you don't want me to move 2 hours away, huh?
no,
Exactly.
don't do that. You do it when you're younger. It's like as we age, we should eat less and drink more liquids. We should do that.
Yes, yes.
I mean, I have my situation going. I have a thing with my eyes, my brain, and my ears. With my brain, I have narcolepsy.
Oh.
I don't know if you're familiar with that.
Yes.
I can be at a traffic light. If it's a long traffic light, my brain shuts off and...
And I've seen you do it. I've seen you do it in
I
church.
do it every day, every Sunday in church.
Yeah.
But I keep going. I don't stop. What helps me is, so when my brain is engaged, it's okay. Once I get relaxed and that comfortable kind of thing, my brain just...
Shuts down.
So
Okay.
a lot of times you see me with a piece of paper writing stuff down so I can keep my brain active. So I have to deal with that every day. It just happened a few minutes ago, but that was a mild one. When it happens and I'm driving, I just pull over and take a short power nap, 10 minutes and stuff like that. Okay, I wear a hearing aid. I've had hearing loss from some type of infection when I was little, when I was a toddler. And we didn't sign, we read lips. I'm in my 70s, so, you know, it's sign language. I'm still trying to learn that. And then, you know, my eyes, I think, and this is just my view, when you go back to school and you're older, that puts a lot of strain on your eyes. Wow, that computer stuff.
Well, talking about going back to school, this is something I wanted to ask you and talk to you about and put out there because I think the world of it. Jeanette went back to school through the church, okay, for 2 years, am I right? And she just did this like a couple of years ago.
I'm still in school for pastoral stuff.
Right, you went back. You just re-signed for, okay. So I want people to hear this because I think it's important to keep your brain active.
Oh, yeah.
So tell us a little bit about when you went back to school, what it was like, what made you go back.
That's how I think. I'm always reinventing myself.
Okay.
Just like I have a shop, I do this, I do that. I make jewelry. I'm a potter. I'm a weaver. I blow glass. I do stained glass. I've always been. I vend. I go out to do venues. So my body, my brain has always been that way.
Okay. Continue your education. Continue life.
Continue living life.
Yeah.
Learn new stuff. Get out there. If you don't have a ride, call all the transportation people and see what they have. I found one, GRTC. It's a free ride. It takes me to any doctor's appointment I want to go to. They come to my door. They ask me what time I want to come back. I tell them, like, in 4 hours. I give them a time. So I just make it happen.
So just so the people who are listening know, the GRTC is a bus system.
Yeah, it's a minivan.
In the Richmond area of Virginia.
Yeah, for seniors and people with disabilities. Right. They may be diabetic. They may have received an organ, or they may have fainting spells, or any type of disability.
They will take you.
And so, what I like about it is you only have to set up the appointment a day in advance.
Okay.
Versus 3 or 5 days in advance.
Okay.
Which makes you forget.
So it's convenient to live your life and do what you want to do.
Oh, yeah, I go out to Short Pump. I go to the movies.
Okay.
I visit my family.
You live.
I live.
and you don't let nothing stop you. Yeah.
And you can take 2 guests with you.
Oh, really?
In a wheelchair. They have a lift.
So, in other words, you don't have to be by yourself. You could say, come on, Pat. Come on, Dolores. Come. Oh, that's nice.
Sometimes I get it to take me to Walmart. And I'd say, pick me up at 10 and come back and get me at 12.
Okay. So, Jeanette, let me just ask you this one simple question. What did you go back to school for? What was your end result? What did you
school?
At the church?
At church. I went to, it was a Bible college. And
your end result was?
Okay. Right before I get to that, I just want to know more about the Bible because I didn't know that much about the Bible. I just know from parents and reading it, but really not taking a dive into see what
so
it's
you
all about.
wanted to educate yourself about the Bible.
And it was just amazing. Yeah. It was amazing because, and then I get to the end of it, because God's work is, He doesn't pick people for this or that. He got the prostitutes, the pimps, the people who sat on their backs, the people who were out in the world doing stuff, and it made such a pathetic difference. I mean, He moved all these people who were not like that at one time, but they transformed into His Word for the most part. So what I got out of it was like, wow, I didn't know all this. And I'm going like, most people don't know about the Bible or know about God and what He does and what He says. See, because I grew up in a time when they were talking about if you create a sin, you're going to die, you're going to hell and brimstone. So I thought I was done. I said, okay, I'm good. So I'm going to hell in a handbasket.
It's a wrap.
Because that's what was preached to us, which was wrong. But so I have a better understanding. And keep in mind, I've been to a lot of churches. I mean, a whole bunch of churches. And I think it was this church, because it's international.
Yeah.
And I see God's work in all of them.
Non-denominational.
Non-denominational.
They're all trying to be, God-like, for the most part. Okay. It's genuine.
Okay.
You can feel it. Okay. Like sometimes God, come as you are, that's what we feel. Just like some guys will come in with tattooed guns on their face, big guns, or all these teardrops. I guess that's, anyway, I don't know
as
what
they're
means.
past.
But we're trained to go up to them, hi, how you doing?
Yeah.
Welcome. And then we show them around and da-da-da-da. Because at our church, everybody has been involved in something, some type of drug, some type of situation, 5 kids,
or maybe nothing. Or maybe
we
love up on
in
them.
The church. We need to approach everybody as
all right, ladies, we need to approach everybody. For the love of baby boomers, we'll return.